Back in many years ago, 7 years ago, there was a story that was in the mainstream news. You're next. The mainstream news of Ellie Williams in Barrow. Now, yeah, the problem with that was Ellie Williams wasn't the only survivor in Barrow, and because of the Ellie Williams case, none of the survivors in Barrow get justice. I went and stood with this man and the other families of the other children in Barrow, and he's here to talk to you again today. He's come all the way from Barrow, come to this team. Give him a big warm welcome, Jason.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys. In 2018, my little 11-year-old boy then came to see me to tell me about a bad man in an ice cream van driving around our local community. I didn't believe him. I told him that these people had to be DBS checks and they were thoroughly checked by the council. What in fact happened was, this man was a bad man. He was trading on a loophole in the law, which meant that they were trading without DBS checks, without the usual licences, and they were just trading as a delivery service. The man driving the ice cream van was a child groomer. 7 years later, 7 years after we discovered it, we've been proven to be right. He was sentenced to 28 years, along with his two brothers who were all given life sentences. Dean Holden, the Chief Inspector for Cumbria Police, he stood on the top of Barrow Police Station in 2000 and said that there was no grooming. He knew this to be a lie because there wasn't active in 2018. The charges these guys had is from two. So for 8 years later they were still driving around the ice cream vans. The whole community knew there was something wrong and people turned blind eyes. Those blind eyes were turned because nobody wants to admit that there's a problem going on. No one wants to talk about this problem. Everybody here today is willing to talk about the problems. If we all talk about the problem, it doesn't stay a problem, we can all deal with it. But the more we cover it up, the more we keep silent, nothing's going to change. We have to start screaming, guys. Now there's a nice turnout here today, but it's still not enough. This square should be full. There are so many survivors out there. This isn't acceptable. Come on, guys. Like Billy said, if everybody brings one person with it to the next demo, we'll have hundreds of us. And then next time it can be thousands of us, and we can all make a difference as long as we stand together. I'm not going to go on all day because it's quite a long story, but basically these things happen. Poor Ellie Williams in 2020 was found to be telling some lies. There's always truth to these stories. If no one's listening to the truth, then people make things up, don't they? We know that these groomers make girls tell lies. They criminalise them. The police criminalise them.